The Champions League is back tonight at the Emirates, and we're there. We're taking on PSG. So the question of the day is, what will tonight's score be? Now I've been thinking about this for a good few days, and yesterday I did decide that I think we can do them. I think we've got enough for them. They are not the team they used to be. There's no Neymar there. There's no Messi, Mbappe. Got no top players like that anymore, and they've got a lot of injuries and all apparently. And I'm quietly confident. I'm quietly confident. This might be, this might be a Bok, it might be a Jonah, but hopefully not. But I'm saying I'm quietly confident we can beat PSG 3-1 tonight. I'm going for a 3-1 victory. I've heard plenty of other YouTubers, content creators predict scores, predict Arsenal wins. So there's a lot of confidence in Arsenal tonight. There is. I've not seen a lot of negative score lines like that we're going to get beat. I've not seen a lot of people think we're going to get beat tonight. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign that the fans are on board. The fans are behind the team. The fans believe that we can beat PSG. I know the game against Leicester, I mean, when they come back 2-2, everyone was panicking, including myself. I shit myself. But we still see the game through, and we still got another 2 goals, albeit in injury time, albeit that, it was a little bit hard to get them goals, and it took us to the wire, but we did get them. But I don't think it's going to be a game like that. I think we're gonna dominate the game. I really do. I think we're gonna prove a point. Point has to be proved that we're up there with the elite in Europe. I mean, there is a lot of negative press, a lot of hatred for Arsenal at the moment, and we're rubbing people up the wrong way, especially Man City. Man City are triggered badly. Man City fans, they're badly triggered. Not so much the other teams, to be fair. There's United fans, and we battled with Ferguson all them years through the 90s and stuff. I know some United fans. They're not as badly triggered as what City are. Don't forget, City are only really, before they got their money, they weren't a great club. They weren't really considered to be a big team. Until they got their Sheikh Mansour, is it? Who owns them there, before they got the billions and billions from Abu Dhabi. No, they weren't really a great team. They weren't, and they was relegated. They was up and down. Their biggest fans is Oasis at the time. Now it's gone like Man United did in the 90s. There's a load of people from all over the country, all over the world, basically supporting Man City. Who are just like the glory hunters, we call them, the glory hunters. The fans they accumulate from winning trophies. John Collins is saying 2-0 to the Arsenal. I'm saying 3-1, John. I'm saying 3-1. I said it last night on the little stream I did last night. I'm sticking to it. I think, same as Chelsea under Abramovich. Yeah, Chelsea weren't a massive club till they got their money. There's a lot of clubs with money now, but you ain't, because we're not winning trophies. Arsenal have got money. Don't make no mistake about that. We've got billionaire owners, the Cronkies, but we're not. I don't know, because it might be because we're not winning trophies. Hello from Austria. Hello, Van Gogh. I ain't gonna even attempt. I ain't got my glasses with me anyway, and I can't attempt to pronounce your name. But hello from London. Hello from Austria. Hello right back at you from London. Hopefully you're an Arsenal supporter as well. Are you an Arsenal supporter? Both are very average clubs. Yeah, Chelsea and Man City was relegated quite a lot. They was down in. I think they was even down in the old second division as early in the 90s, in the mid 90s. In the championship of we call it the old second division, but even back in the old days before before the Premier League, they was in the second tier as well. So up and like bouncing up and down a little bit. So Man City ain't a really big team, to be fair, because they're winning the titles, because they've got the best players, basically the best team on the planet and the best manager on the planet. This is what's happened. The money's bought them their success, along with obviously the manager has got a lot to do with it. But getting that money, I mean, if any other club would have had Pep and the money that they've had, I'm saying that because Arsenal spent a lot of money, but we haven't got Pep. But if we would have had Pep at Arsenal, we would have probably been winning a lot more titles. I think, we are due one. We keep knocking on the door. We keep finishing runners up. We are due a title this year. There's something different in the air. There's something, I know I said it last season, but we've done better than the season previous. Although we was at the top of the league for 95% of the season the year previous, we still lost it by four, 6 points, something like that. This year we only lost it by 2 points, accumulating more points than we'd ever accumulated in a Premier League campaign as well, of 89 points. But we still didn't win it. So it's because that juggernaut Man City is just better. They're just in front of us, and it's all because of Pep as well. Pep is the main factor in that team. He's the greatest coach that ever breathed there, I'm telling you. Better than Ferguson, better than Clough, better than them all. Shankly, better than all the best. Bobby Robson was a great manager. Better than all the great managers. Pep Guardiola is definitely 100% the best manager. Better than Mourinho. Better than anyone you can mention, he's better than. He is. CV says it all. Even with Colin Bell and others, Man City were average, yeah. They really were. But now they've got, so many fans. The fans, there's people wearing Man City shirts in Bethnal Green, mate. That's East London, the heart of East London, Bethnal Green. And there's people wear Man City shirts. Kids like. It's unreal. I saw it in the 90s with the Man United shirt, with the kids wearing Man United shirts. Glory hunters, exactly, John. I know. I've seen it so many times. They're everywhere. There was when even when Chelsea under Mourinho, when they was doing really well, winning Champions League, winning the leagues, they was all coming out of the woodwork. That's a West London team, but we're in East London. I know. You're going to tell me, you're going to say you're a little bit of an hypocrite because you're from East London and you support Arsenal. But I've been an Arsenal supporter since 86, since I was about 10, 11, 87, something like that. What really, really made me be staunch follower was the 89 at Anfield when we won the league at Anfield, beating the Liverpool 2-0. That was I was only 13 then, if you know what I mean. I was an Arsenal supporter before that, but never really followed it properly. But from '89 onwards, my football, I love football, and it's always been Arsenal. It's Arsenal, even though all my friends, all my close friends, all the friends I grew up with, are West Ham. There are some of them that are Liverpool, because they was glory hunters in the 80s. So you had the Liverpool fans in the 80s from London. The 90s was Man United, and then 2000s you had some Chelsea, and now the 2010s and 2010s is Man City. And what John Collins is saying, I even saw Blackburn Rovers shirts in London after they won the league. Yeah, they did win the league. Was that 92 or 93? Something. What one did they win? I think it was the second one. Was it the second one they won, Blackburn? Alan Shearer, Chris Sutton, Tim Sherwood, Stuart Ripley, Colin Emery. Who else was there? There was a few players. I mean, I can't remember them all, but there was some great players there for Blackburn. Jack Walker, wasn't it? Was it Jack Walker, the owner, then had a load of dough when they bought them players. He bought Shearer from Southampton, didn't he? Yeah, he bought Shearer from Southampton. I can't remember where all the players come from, but they accumulated that team. Kenny Dalglish was the manager. It was Kenny Dalglish, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, and Blackburn shirts. Yeah, exactly that. All glory hunters, mate. Glory hunters. So in the chat, whoever else is in the chat, don't forget to stick a like on the video for me. Really appreciate the likes. These little live streams I've been doing recently have been getting a little bit of traction. So yeah, I appreciate that. No podcast tonight because of the football. I did mention that on last night's little stream. There's no loose cannon podcast tonight, but there will be one on Thursday, as usual. Renamed from Thursday night Q&A, renamed to the final score. I've renamed the podcast. Hopefully, we'll get a few more people watching. And even when we was getting people on there, they weren't really asking questions for a Q&A. So it's changed to the final score. We talk about the results, the predictions. We normally talk about the Fantasy Premier League on Tuesday nights on the Loose Cannon podcast, but we're not doing that one. So we talk about that on Thursday. So we'll have a look at the leaderboard to see how we're doing. I believe Anthony Herbert's gone back to the top of the league, a panelist on the both podcasts on this channel. So I believe he is. So I just want to get a bit of feedback from you. Are you feeling confident tonight? The people out there watching the stream, are you feeling confident about the game tonight? We should be beating PSG. Really, we should be beating them at the Emirates. We've got to prove a point. We've got to make a statement. Just let the other teams know we're here. We're in it to win it. We're not here to make the numbers up, mate. We're in it to win it. Same as the Premier League. We're not there just to come second. We're in it to win it. We're going to push them all the way again, and hopefully, it might all come down to the game in February. Because they said about the game against Villa. I believe that was in March last year. Was it about March? Yeah, I think it was in March, end of March, middle of March, that we lost to Villa. That was ultimately the deciding game, even though there were still a few games left, 6, 7, 8 games left, whatever it was. But this game, we're playing at the Emirates City in February, the 1st of February, I believe. Get them back there, beat them again on our ground. We beat them at the Emirates last season and drew at the Etihad. We've already drew at the Etihad, so now we can beat them at the Emirates, do just as good, get the 4 points off the City, like we did last season, and not be stupid and fuck things up by losing the silly games to Villa. Poor performances against Fulham and West Ham, I've mentioned a number of times. So we was on the cusp of that against Leicester on Saturday when we was 2-0 up first half, dominating. We should have won that game 5-6, 7-0. We should have scored loads more goals. Ultimately, we didn't buy a striker in the summer, so, that could be costly. Also, it was squeaky bum time I know one of the goals was an absolute worldie. Their equalising goal was an absolute worldie. The goal before that, they're coming back into the game, but they didn't really. I still think we was a better team, even when we conceded them 2 goals. It was against run of play, in my opinion. Although there's other opinions out there, people think differently, but I still think we was in control of the game, and we was pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and we got our rewards in the end, and we won the game 4-2. But I don't think it's going to be that troublesome. I believe I'm saying 3-1 because I know I've given them the grace of scoring 1 goal against us because they're quite a superpower in Europe, really, PSG. Even though they ain't got the team they used to have, they're still a superpower. They're still a well-known name, still a well-supported club. But I do believe that we're going to score at least 3 goals. So that's why I'm going 3-1. I'm going to give them a bit of consideration. I think they're good enough to get a goal. But I don't think we're going to lose this game. Not by any, I don't even think we're going to draw it. I think we're going to convincingly win it. I'm just giving them a goal out of compassion, maybe is the word. Sometimes I get a bit brain twisted. I can't think of the right words. So excuse me for that. But I'm not a learned man by any way, shape or form. I come from the East End, come from fuck all, got fuck all. Education's minimal, and sometimes I can't get the good words out. I hear some YouTubers out there, some content creators, and they're coming out of all these words. Sometimes I have to look them up and see what they mean. Let's think. Words like objective, subjective, and things, words like that. You know, I have to learn what they mean. So objectively or subjectively, when people talk like that, it just sometimes it rattles my brain a little bit, and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'll just talk. I write. No, I write how I talk. You know, if I write things down, I write how I talk. You know, so you know that's just the way I talk, and the way that sometimes I can't think right. So don't judge me. We were all over Leicester. Absolutely, probably going to get a striker in the new year. I've heard that Jesus might be leaving. I see that today that Jesus might be leaving in January. So but put a 40 million price tag on his head. I've heard. I don't know how true it is. You know, you hear these things all the time. Could be propaganda. You know, it could be anything. It might not be true. I don't know, but that's what I've heard. You ain't that bad. You support Arsenal. Cheers, son. Appreciate that, John. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so what did you say? I forgot what you said, John. Did you say 2-0 Arsenal? I think you did. There's a couple of guys that are in my WhatsApp group that come on the channel. Hey, easy now. Big up Laguna Matata in the chat. Hi, Lee. We need this tonight, mate. Yeah, 2-0. What do you bet the score's going to be, Guna Matata's got an Arsenal channel. Go and check out it, John. Go and check out Guna Matata if you ain't already. Have a look at his channel. He does some good content. Yeah, it's a bit different. It's a bit unique, but he's got a good channel. He's building up his channel very. It's coming on very well. He's building up. It's building up. You know, he's going to get there as well. He's going to get there, mate. Hopefully, I'll do as well. I need 250 more subscribers to get that first. Get that first mark. Get that first benchmark of 1,000 subscribers. So that'd be amazing if I could get that before the end of the season. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going to try and get my 1,000 subscribers before the end of the season. Hopefully I can get them. Big goals we are needing, with or without that. Lee, just keep just keep doing it. What you're doing, I'm trying, mate. And you as well, bro. You as well, man. I've seen some of your content recently. I know you go a bit mental sometimes, didn't you? Did you see the rant I done on one of the podcasts recently? I went a bit mad, and you know, you just want it. You just want success for the club, and that's what we all want. But I love the way you're sticking by your guns and you're proper staunch about it. I love that. I love that. Wonderful also up the Geordies. Yes, up the Geordies. Newcastle fan in the chat. Wonderful horseshoe. Welcome. 2 or 3-0, you reckon, Laguna Matata? Okay. Yeah, I'm saying 3-1. I'm giving them a goal out of compassion. Alan Ellis, hello. How you doing? Dig Dog back in the chat again tonight after last night. How you doing, sir? Hopefully you're okay. Just have to keep it facts. Yeah, keep it facts. Keep it facts, man. That's good. Hi to all. Guna Matata, go and check his channel out. He's on YouTube as well. Great channel. Speaks facts, speaks the truth. Wants success. Wants success. Not being sitting on the fence like me or flip flop. Flip flop. Arteta in, Arteta out. I can't make me fucking mind up. I'm like a fucking. I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the word is. I'm a donut. I can't. 1 minute I want him out, next minute I want to keep him. So I'm not on it. But success is all we want. It's all we're striving for. I really believe we're going to win something this season. We're going to win something this season. We're winning something. If we finish runners up in the league and we win a cup or a Champions League, you know, I'm happy with that. I'd rather. The ultimate priority for me is to win the league, the Premier League. The next trophy for me is the FA Cup, then the Champions League, then the League Cup. That's the way I look at it. The FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world, is very important to me. But the Premiership is the ultimate goal. Premier League, to win that is the ultimate goal. Wonderful horseshoe. Are you going to win it this season? I really hope so. I really, really hope so. John Collins, I'm like that. What, like a bit of a flip-flop that can't make your mind up. You like your own holiday with your flip flops, mate. Yeah, yeah, it's true. The Premiership, yeah, the Premiership is the one for me, man. That's the one I really, really want. But as long if we finish runners up again, 2 points behind, but we've got a trophy, we've got a cup. All right, a League Cup's okay, but I would prefer the FA Cup, and then if not that, the Champions League. I want to win the Super League now. The Super League, we're against the Super League. We don't want the Super League, bro. John Collins, love to win the Champions League. I would love to win the Champions League, of course, but for me, the number one priority is the Premier League. We're 16th as we stand. We can do it. Stop the Reds. We're 16th. 16th? What do you mean 16th, mate? What in the... No. 16th? Where? Oh, I don't know what you mean by that, Gooner. The 16th as it stands. We can do it. Cards. Oh, I don't know what you mean by that. When we lost to Barcelona. Oh, mate. Oh, yeah. That was a sickener, wasn't it? That was a sickener. We was winning that game as well, 1-0. Was it 1-0? We was winning. I think Lehmann got sent off. The goalkeeper got sent off. 16th in the in the new format of the Champions League. Oh, okay. Okay. We're 16th in that. I ain't even looked at that. I mean, I don't really get it. I do, to a certain extent, understand it. I know it's the top half go through to the knockouts or something, is it? Or there's a playoff or something? I don't know. We were 1-0 up. Yeah, Lehmann got sent off. Was it Sol Campbell that scored? I think it was Sol Campbell that scored the goal. If I remember right, was it that game? So many games in my head, I can't really remember properly. Wonderful also. As a neutral, is Arteta the man as he gets some stick if you fail again to win the Premier League? I just said what I think. I mean, I've been a flip flop. We've come so close the last 2 years. I know his first 3 years. You know, we finished 8th his first season, but we won an FA Cup. Then 8th again, won nothing. Then 5th, just capitulated, missing out on Champions League. The Spurs of all fucking teams. Then the last 2 years, we've finished runners up, but we still haven't won a trophy. You know, runners up again, wonderful also. Runners up again, I'd only accept if a trophy went with it. And, you know, it's preferably an FA Cup. But Champions League brings more money to the club, obviously. But I'll prioritise the FA Cup over the Champions League just for nostalgia reasons, I suppose. But yeah, I would love to win the Champions League. If we finish runners up, won an FA Cup or a Champions League, then I would be not over the moon, but I'd be content. A League Cup, I know it's not as prestigious as the FA Cup or the Champions League, but it's still a trophy. But I don't think that would be enough to save his job. I don't think it would. Hi, how do you SP? How do you Lee? Big up, mate. Chat, big up as well. We'll talk later. Take care. See you later, Gooner Mateo. Come on, you Gooners, tonight. Tonight, 3-1 to the Arsenal. 3-0, 3-1. I'm giving them a goal out of compassion. Can't believe that was 18 years ago. Fuck me, that's long. I remember when I watched it at my mate's house. And I tell you what, before that, I just bought a guitar. And he was giving me a couple of guitar lessons, a mate of mine, 18 years ago. So that guitar's gathering dust, man. I don't think I picked it up many times since that, to be fair, to try and learn how to play it. I've never learned how to play it. I had a few guitar lessons that one time. It's gathering dust at the top of the wardrobe. Not even at my flat, it's at my dad's flat. It's around my dad's house, and he keeps saying to me every day. He said it for 18 years, obviously. Blimey, no wonder he's got the ump over it. He keeps saying to me, "You're going to take this bloody guitar home." But I don't ever bring it. Sasky, what's up, Moss? How you doing? 2-0 to the Arsenal. Wonderful. Also, never mind Newcastle. Love beating the Spurs. Yeah, love beating the Spurs, man. That was brilliant. That was a you know great result for us without Declan Rice and all. Remember, our midfield depleted, and we still beat Spurs. So can you imagine if we had Declan Rice, Odegaard, if we had a full squad, full team out there, our first team, our strongest team, probably would have beaten 3-0 or something. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. I think we would have beat Man City and all more comfortably. I think we would have beat them. You know, well, mind you, Trossard got sent off in that game. I'll just remember it again now. Trossard gets sent off, and we still managed to, they battering us, peppering us, and we were so resilient. Go on, try and score then, and then we got slaughtered for it. Anti-football. Oh, that's not the way you play the game. Why didn't you have a go? 10 men at the Etihad. Why should we have a go? Look what happened to Liverpool when I think it was Mane got sent off. They still tried to have a go. I think they got done 5-0. Do you know what I mean? What are we going to do that for when we're winning the game? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Man City, if there's a Man City fan watches this, please make it make sense. Why should we have gone for it and give you the chance with 10 men and give you the chance to win that game? Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable what I'm seeing from the Man City fans. The bitterness is unbelievable. Surprised you didn't smash it to pieces. What the guitar? Yeah, yeah. Nah, nah. I felt like there is a punch hole in it. To be fair, I did jab it once, and there's a little. I put some gaffer tape over it. It was hurting my fingers and all when you're trying. When you're trying to change the chords, hurting my fingers. Aces, big up Aces in the chat. PSG will be a tough game. Fucking light work, mate. Light work. It won't be. They're not the team they used to be. Arsenal under-19s won 1-0 against PSG. Under-19s this afternoon. Big up the kids, the under-19s. Big up, big up. Let's go and do the same thing. Let's go and do the same thing, man. Good draw considering. Yeah, we could have had Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. I was glad we didn't get them. Bayern Munich have got our number. They have got our number. We can't seem to do anything. We can't lay a glove on Bayern Munich. Real Madrid are a great team, man. That's one of the teams that I'm scared of. I'm scared of. If we get to the final and we get Real Madrid in the final, that'd be the only time I wouldn't mind meeting them, because if we meet them before the final, we'll probably get knocked out. If we meet them in the final, it's a different atmosphere, isn't it? It's a different thing. So we might have more chance. There's more excitement, more. Real Madrid have won it more than anybody. And, we might have a chance. We might have a chance if we get him in the final. But if we meet him before the final, you might as well just say, all right, put the kids out, because we'll probably get smashed anyway. Cam, what do you think about Terry Tingle? Reckon he's going to score this weekend. Who's Terry Tingle? Who's Terry? Come on, Lil. Upset Real Madrid. Go, David, go. Who's Terry Tingle, Cam? I don't know who that is. Terry Tingle. Anybody know who Terry Tingle is? I'm not sure who that is. I've just flashed up Man United learn FA verdict on Fernandez's red card, so they must have appealed it. So I just flashed up on my phone there. Yeah, fucking hell, Spurs smashing the granny out of United as well at Old Trafford. God, I bet they're sick. They're screaming. They're screaming for Ten Hag to be sacked. The Panland Pep. Got a guy in the chat calls him James Lau calls him Panland Pep Ten Hag. Thought was funny. He said it last season. Give him that name. It was brilliant. It was a brilliant name for him. Panland Pep. What do you think of that? Anyone in the chat think that's funny? Panland Pep. If you know what Panland is, that is Primark Pep or something. Blinded. Brilliant. Come on, who's Terry Tingle then, Cam? Let me know who he is. I don't know who you mean. Cam, I mean. Sorry, Cam. No idea. It might be one of them trick ones, you know. Go, oh yeah, I think he's a good player. It might be one of them trick ones, you know what they. Sorry about that. It's just cut off. It's cut off in the stream. Is it any a score? I don't know, mate. I don't know who your mate is. What's happening, Steve Norton? Stephen in the chat. How you doing? What's happening? We're just talking about the game tonight as well. That Ferdinand red card has been overturned, is it? Was it a straight red, John, or was it 2 yellows? Because I didn't actually see. I've just watched the highlight. I didn't really notice. You know, wasn't really paying much attention. I might have, because I sort of. His red card's been overturned. Wow. Something just flashed up on my phone about it. Yeah. So, okay. So he's not going to miss a game then. Was it 2 yellows, or was it a straight red? John, are you there? Are you there? Let me know if anyone knows if it was a red card, straight Fernandez. Was it a red card or straight red, or was it 2 yellows? Terry Tingle sounds like a good name for a soccer player. Okay. Well, Terry Tingle. Do you reckon it sounds like a good name for a soccer player? I don't. I don't. You're having a laugh at me, Cam, aren't you? You're trying to wind me up. Some people try and make you trip up by putting comments in there. Who thinks Terry Tingles is a good name for a soccer player? Terry Tingle. Sounds like one of the Mr. Men. Not sure, mate. Sounds proper English. What, Terry Tingle? Sounds proper English? Nah. Where are you from? You're definitely not English because you said soccer. You're American or something. The Sasky Guna. Moss in the chat. What's that? Rat face red card. Straight, and Cam likes a good tingle. Yeah, I don't know. Can you see the chat? Because when I watch these little things on the replay, you can't see the chat. It don't go on the screen. Can you, when you're watching this live, can you see the comments coming up or people watching it? I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm Australian. Oh, you're Australian. I knew you weren't English because you said soccer. Yeah, I can see the chat. Okay. Okay, because yeah, I didn't know whether you could see it or not, like other people's comments. Okay, so you're from Australia. I've got a friend of the channel in New Zealand, not far away from you, Scott. He comes on the podcast every now and again. He's always in the chat if he's up, because I call him the man from tomorrow. You're already on Australia. You're a day in front, aren't you? You're like 23, 22 hours in front or something like that. And your clocks are they're going forward in New Zealand. He said to me, I think they're going forward yesterday or today or something. Yesterday it would have been, I suppose. But you're a day in front. So what team you go for? I'm an Arsenal fan, Cam. I'm an Arsenal fan, mate. Football Dad's Army's an Arsenal channel. Everyone, most of the people in the chat are Arsenal. The regulars are Arsenal. John Collins is there. The Sasky Guna. Guna Matata was just in the chat. Other people come in the chat. James Lau. They're all Gunas. There's John Rowan, another Guna. John Ronan, sorry. How you doing, John? What do you think the score is going to be tonight, John? I'm going for 3-1. I've given them a little compassionate goal. I was going to say 3-0, but PSG's PSG. But we're at home, and I think I'm going to give them a goal. 2-0 to Arsenal. There's a lot of people saying 2-0 as it happens. There's a lot of people saying it's 2-0 to Arsenal. Is Arsenal doing good? They're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. We're joint points with Man City, the champions in the league. I think we're in third behind them on goal difference, though. I think we're in third. Yeah, Liverpool are top at the moment. We've got a Champions League game tonight against PSG, so we're looking to win that game. Yeah, so we're doing all right. We're doing all right. What team do you support? Obviously, do you support any teams in the Premier League, Cam? Do you support, or do you support another European team? I've got a mate who's from Southampton. They just got battered last night 3-0 by Bournemouth. It's like they're both on the south coast of England, both seaside towns or cities, I should say. And Southampton lost 3, or was it 3-1? No, it's 3-1 actually. They got one back in the second half. Southampton, yeah. So we got our keeper there, Aaron Ramsdale, Arsenal's goalkeeper. He went there in the summer to Southampton. It looks like he might be relegated again. He's been relegated 3 times in his career already. It looks like he's going to get another relegation. John saying has to keep Trossard in the lineup, Lee. Nah, well, yeah. Yeah, but I think Emmanuel, I think we need to start him. I think, you know, when he come on against Leicester, you can see the difference. Picking the ball up and driving. I think he's going to make a big difference. He's got a big future, and hopefully, if we can nurture him properly, he's going to want to stay with us. Not like making the mistakes of selling him like we've done with Smith Rowe. Eddie Nketiah, I was glad to see the back of him. Bukayo Saka's been... He's close to burning out. He's looking like he's burning out for me. We need someone else who can give him some breathing space so he can play 75 minutes, come off, whatever, or sit out a couple of games. He's burning out, man. He's going a little bit backwards for me. He's regressing. Mate. We should Muller Southampton on Saturday. Yeah, we will. We'll batter them, man. Don't worry. We'll batter them. We're at home again. Absolutely. Is Arsenal based in London? Yes, it's based in London, Cam. North London. So it's a London team. London's got a load of teams. You've got, same as Tottenham and North London, Chelsea and Fulham, West London, East London, you got West Ham, Leyton Orient, South, you got Charlton, and who else is from South? I can't think of the top of my head now. My mind's gone blank again. There's Millwall, yeah, there's a few South London teams. There's loads of teams in London. Chelsea's a West London team. Fulham's a West London team. Yeah, there's teams all over London. Loads of them. Wait, you said in East London they have a team called West Ham. Yeah, they do. There's a team called West Ham in East London. They're the Cockneys, like they're the famous East London team. West Ham, yeah. Strange, isn't it? And there is a place just up the road called East Ham, like an area, like a borough, like not a borough. A borough's Newham, but like an area, like a little sort of, yeah. West Ham's in Newham as well. Can North London? What? Cam, North London Red, off North London, mate. John, I don't know what that means. Can't read that properly. Well, that's my team now. Why not? Hey, what? West Ham. Are you a West Ham supporter now, Cam? Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're crap at the moment, but they're a little bit. They're all right. They've got a big following. All the Cockneys, a lot of the East End of London are West Ham fans. Most of my friends are all West Ham fans. Majority of them, 95% of them. I'm just different. I like West Ham though. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate them or anything. I do like them. I like them because it's an area where I was brought up, East London, and it should be my team. If you're going to be tribal about it, and territorial about it, it really should be because it's an East London team. But I'm Arsenal, mate. I'm Arsenal. I like ham sandwich here and there. Oh, you like an ham sandwich? So what team do Arsenal supporters hate? Arsenal supporters hate Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur hate Arsenal. That's the hatred. That's West Ham. It was West Ham hate Chelsea. West Ham hate Millwall. You know, a lot of teams hate West Ham as well. I don't know why, because West Ham are probably one of the last teams, well, last clubs that still got the old-fashioned family values about them. You know the old traditional father-son thing about them. Really, I mean, like other teams like to think that they've got that, but money has spoilt a lot of these big clubs. Money has spoilt that traditional family, and obviously West Ham are going the same ways because you know it was a working man's sport, football. Now it's so expensive to go, you can't afford to go and can't afford to take your kids there football no more. It's we're getting priced out of it. We're getting priced out of it. Is West Ham owned by an Englishman? Yeah, they're English. I think that, to be fair, are they English? David Sullivan and David Gold owned it, and one of them, I can't remember which one of them. One of them died about a year or so ago. But I think that, yeah, they're English as far as I know. They might have like, you know, some sort of other heritage in them, but as far as I know, they're English. And Cameron Brady she's definitely English. She's like the chairman or something. But yeah, but a lot of the clubs in football now are owned by, as Americans own a lot of clubs, like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea now. Abu Dhabi own Man City. Sir Jim Ratcliffe now owns Man United. I'm not sure if he's American or English. He must be English, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. He must be English now. But they was owned by the Glaziers, which is another American family. There's a lot of Americans own the clubs now, and there's also Newcastle are owned by the Middle East, Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that. They own Newcastle, Man City. Yeah, that's as far as my knowledge can remember. Yeah. So if you pick your team, you're going to pick West Ham. Pick West Ham. If you want a traditional English club, proper old school, go for West Ham. Go for West Ham, me old mate. That's if you want a London club, that is. You know, up north, you know, that's different. Apparently Jesus is starting tonight, is he? I've heard he's going to be sold in the summer, John. Have you heard that story? He's going to be leaving in the not in the summer, in January. Sorry, as soon as near as January, he could be leaving, but they put a £40 million price tag on his head. You know, who's going to pay that for Jesus? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He might go to Saudi. You know, where all the players are seeming to be going to Saudi lately. I mean, what do you think of that? Yes, mate, January. 40 million price tag on him. What will that mean? Will we get another striker to replace him in January? Do you think we'll buy someone to replace him? Hopefully we will, because we do need something. We do need a striker. If we had a striker, we'd have beat Man City. If we had a striker, we would have probably beaten Brighton. You know, teams that we've had the draws to, that we would have beat them. I definitely feel we would have beat Man City if we would have had a striker. 100%. And before Trossard got sent off, we was controlling that game. Controlling it. Shots, not converting the shots, not converting the chances. Just can't sell without replacing. Yeah, hopefully not. Does the EPL have teams from Scotland and Wales too? No. Scotland have got their own Premiership. Rangers and Celtic and that. They've got their own Premier League. In Wales, I don't think there's any Welsh teams in the Premier League, but there is some teams in the lower divisions like Cardiff, Swansea. Is there any other Welsh teams in there? I'm not sure. But Cardiff and Swansea, they're in the league below. The Championship, they call it. But there's no Scottish teams in there. No, they've got their own league in Scotland. Right, so listen, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with a reaction to the game tonight. I'm going to sign off now. I'll see you tomorrow around about a similar sort of time. I'm going to do one of these streams like this. It's going to be a reaction. Wrexham, owned by a famous comedian, Canadian. Wrexham, yes, the actor. There's two actors that own that in there. British Isles are so small. You guys should all just form one league. It's not as small as what you think it is. It looks small on the map like that compared to Australia, but it's not as small as you think it is. Anyway, have a good one yourself, Cam. John, Sasky, John Ronan, everybody in the chat, everybody that's joined in, thank you very much. Stick a like on it. Don't forget, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow.